Now, welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
All right. Well, while we were complaining because we didn't get that new Ahsoka trailer, Lego gave us a little treat.
Lego's always giving treats. That's what they do.
I wonder if Lego got permission to, drop this because that footage should have been out there that might have revealed some of the information that they decided to be the new revealers of. They did drop a new set.
This is spoiler-ish territory. I think you should throw that out there.
If you don't want to know anything about Ahsoka, then we'll see you at the next article.
Yeah.
A little later on in the...
It's not a big one. I think it's one we could have assumed. Now it's kind of confirmed.
They did reveal a new Lego set, The Ghost. Bum, bum, bum.
Shocking. And soon we'll get a a vintage collection. Black Series Ghost. That would be insane.
That'd be huge.
That'd fill up a room.
Why not make a life-size one while we're at it?
Yeah.
But I think it's hilarious that they got theirs out there before HasLab's announcing, we're making one too.
Yeah, assuming
that they are.
Which seems very likely.
I wonder if they pivoted and were like, no, we gotta do something else, guys. We gotta do something else.
I don't think so.
Panic. We can't make an $800 ship.
I think it's gonna be expensive.
I just keep upping the price every time I mention it because...
Yeah, I think we saw $600. I don't know if that was a rumor or where that came from.
Could have gotten 8 Rand cores.
Well, not 8, but yeah.
But what's interesting about the set that they're kind of showing off is there's a little tiny minifig of Jason Syndulla, the son of Hera and Kanan.
You may not have recognized him because he didn't have the green hair.
Yeah, that's what the big
to use
thing
a little 3PO thing there, yeah.
We know that originally he has blue eyes after Kanan, but he somehow has green hair, I guess because his mom's a Twi'lek.
Because her skin was green?
And she has a little green on the tips of his ears, too.
Yeah, he did have a little... No Laku, though.
No Laku. At all. It looked a little awkward staring at him. I'd rather he was a green-skinned human-looking guy with no Laku.
Yeah, he needed to do something. I mean, he just looks like... according to the Lego minifig,
he's just an anime character.
Well, yeah, but according to the Lego minifig, which take that for what you will, he looks just human with brown hair.
Yep. Maybe they decided, after all of the years of everyone ripping on it, Filoni turned around and went... I'm going to retcon my own character, guys. He grew out of the hair. Because this takes place 10 years after we saw him last.
Yeah.
And his hair is now brown.
Well, not 10 years after we saw him last, but 10 years after...
we saw Jason.
Yeah. Well, he should be about 10 years old at this point. Because where we saw him would have been... It's hard to know exactly, but it would have been 3, 4, 5 years before. It's after Battle of Endor.
You're right,
So it'd be about 5 years before that. But he should be around 10-ish.
Who knows for sure. I'm sure Filoni will tell us. They'll make
maybe.
Some little... reference to it. It'll be his birthday or something.
Maybe it's got a green tinge to it or something, but that still doesn't make sense.
Why does the Lego figure have brown hair?
Well, no, that's not even what I'm saying. I'm saying just why, if a human and a Twi'lek, have a child.
I'm no geneticist.
I am not either, but I don't know why the hair turns green and nothing else is different.
Hey, a little on the ears too, man. His skin was going.
Because they do have the pointy ears too. So
they have the weird cone ears.
Yeah, they're kind of pointy.
Yeah, wrong direction though. They're not pointy up. They're pointy out.
At least the females do. It doesn't make any sense. So maybe that's why you just get green hair. Yeah.
But he had green hair. Now I think in retrospect they should have changed the whole thing, kept him with brown hairs, looking like Kanan, and maybe given him Hera's green eyes.
Well, you said what about a green tinge to the skin?
I would have really liked that.
That would have made more sense.
With maybe some markings that match the markings on her Leku, because she's got those circular markings. I think that would have been really a neat-looking character.
Well, maybe that's what we'll get. Maybe Lego was being cheap and they didn't want to...
No.
You don't think so?
Lego? No.
I don't know,
think they're going to be accurate. I think if they were shown this is what the character looks like, they're not going to want people to... People would be mad if they bought a set and were like, this minifigure doesn't look like the character you said it is.
Well, they never look exactly like them.
But they would have the right skin color.
No, I'm not even saying skin color, but maybe there's something on the actual character that we'll see that will signify that he's not just a straight human.
We shall see.
I don't know.
I understand that they wanted him to have Kanan's eyes because Kanan went blind and we have to pass his eyes on now.
I was going to make some kind of mean-spirited joke there, but I'll refrain.
No, I still think they should have made him look like Kanan, and the hair color and stuff, and had Hera's eyes, which were green and would look almost alien because of the color that they were.
Well, I think the problem, the way he was before, had you shown him out of context and, who are the parents of this character, he would have been like, huh?
Oscar the Grouch and...
Sorry. And Cookie Monster.
Oh, no. I mean, in addition to seeing Jason, I should mention the other characters we're getting on the set. We also see 2 new characters. Ghost First Officer Hawkins, who is the human, and Lieutenant Beta, the Mon Calamari.
Lieutenant Beta?
I might not be pronouncing it right. Beyta.
Yeah, looks like Beta.
Sounds like Beta.
Okay.
To what I can see, but it's, a Mon Calamari name, so maybe it's like Beta.
Beta.
Mine sounded more alien, so I put an apostrophe in there somewhere.
It's a Beta.
Chopper and Hera are also part of the set. And so this kind of shows that maybe this is kind of like the crew that's hanging out with the Ghost at this time, or maybe not.
Yeah, she's got like a first officer now. And,
yeah.
Well, I mean, she's lost some crew members, right?
Yeah.
Like Zeb is doing his thing.
I mean, Zeb's kind of doing his own thing with
Moody and looking at old videos of Ezra.
She's the guardian of the whole Lothal planet, I bet.
Yeah, Ezra's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Kanan is cooked.
That's not
cooked
cool.
Kanan. It sounds like a delicacy. But no, yeah, she needs some new crew.
I mean, this could be what the crew looks like at the beginning of the series.
Well, yeah, and then they all get kicked off for the old school crew.
Yeah, and then Sabine comes back, Zeb comes back, we're going to try and shove Ezra onto the ship.
Sure.
There's room for Ahsoka because Kanan's place is open? Or does...
And I was cruel towards Kanan.
No, Kanan's place isn't open. Mini Kanan's taking a spot.
Yeah.
Now that they look like each other.
I guess so.
Also, what's interesting is on the packaging, there's a new ship on there. A little tiny ship that doesn't look like a ship we've seen before. Mm-hmm. So maybe LEGO will make that too.
Maybe.
Phantom is also detachable, by the way.
Well, jeez, it better be.
Just saying with LEGO, sometimes there's limitations in design elements.
No, not anymore.
No, they're just like,
LEGO.
Here you go. You want
New
2
LEGO
ships?
Makes it happen.
Let's 2 ships.
They charge you extra for it, though.
But that's cool, because maybe we will be getting some space battles. You know?
We've seen some space battle action.
We get to see like the Ghost in action with the Phantom too.
We've seen a little bit of... I mean, they weren't in space, but I mean...
They were in atmosphere.
It's the same thing, except for a blue background with some clouds.
I don't know about that. Space battles aren't just battles that take place in an open space.
But they could be.
But they aren't. Alright, let's move on then to our next story today. Katie Sackhoff kind of admits that the Mandalorian production feels kind of rushed all the time, in that their show's catering budget is bigger than the entire budget she had when she worked on Battlestar Galactica.
Well, then they should starve themselves and give us another Battlestar Galactica. Well, that was a pretty good show back then.
A lot of people who are eating this catering could probably have just been like, hey guys, I brought lunch for everybody today. We're saying some of the people working on the show are pretty
wealthy,
well off.
Saying?
I'm saying that maybe they could buy lunch for the crew.
Every day, though? It's a lot of crew. You don't really think about some of those costs, do you, when you're talking about making a movie or a series? Like, you got to feed these people every day.
I don't know. My job expects me to bring my own lunch.
Yeah, you're not making the Mandalorian, though. If you were, I'd bring you lunch.
No, you'd make me a lunch to take to work.
I do.
And then you'd be
like,
look, I'm hiding in your lunch bag so I can see too. Because, I wouldn't tell you.
I make you delicious lunches.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I just
make myself
one.
Sometimes I open it up and I go, oh.
The worst is when you come home and you smell what I made myself for lunch and I didn't make you one.
Yeah, That's always really great. Like, look, I hard-boiled you some eggs. I come home and like, what culinary delights were you having when I was gone? Because the remnants are out.
I'll grab the Febreze and just spray it as much as I can.
And then I go over to the sink and I'm like, okay, so we used this pan, this pan, this pan.
Yeah, it's, lunchtime.
But what Katie Sackhoff had to say was we're going to talk about this.
Yes. Thank you, Katie. Saved by Katie.
Yeah. In episode 2 of her blah 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 show with Bryce Dallas Howard.
And that is the real name.
I know. Why didn't we pick a good name like that? Blah blah blah.
Hey, news from Naboo. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. She says, that's what I tell people that Mando is like. They're always so confused as to why it takes us so long to shoot, why episodes are in their mind so short. And I'm like, there are so many moving parts to this that you have no idea. We're lucky that we finish as fast as we do. We're rushed all the time, and the fact that we finish is crazy. Then she kind of goes on to say how different it is from working on other productions she has been part of. She says, so the biggest difference for me, budget is massive. Budget is completely different. I've never worked on something with a budget like this big. Our catering budget is probably the entire budget of Battlestar Galactica. Granted, that was 20 years ago. The biggest thing is that most episodes of television that I'm used to shoot in 8 days. It's so fast. You get 2 to 3 takes and that's it. So when I came in, it was they used to joke and call me the one-take wonder because I knew exactly what I was going to do. I would have it all planned. I would know the story, and yes, I would fly by the seat of my pants, like inside that box. But I knew I had 1 or 2 takes to get it perfect from every angle, mind you. So when I got to Mando, and on day 1 with you, where for God love you, the amount of takes you do, it's like my bread and butter. I think that we got like take 3, and I was convinced that it was because of my experience. There are times we did like 38 takes for one scene. Like, it was legitimately the opposite of what I'm used to. And so it gives you so much time to find everything, and I've never done that before.
I like how they're rushed, but they take lots of takes. It's a weird statement, because in some ways it seems like they take their time, and then she's saying they're rushed.
Yes, but that armor actually has something to say about the fact the rushing. She says, we're usually shooting more than one episode at a time because we have 2 crews going at the same time. So we'll jump back and forth between episodes while filming the whole season in between different directors. Everyone has to keep track of where they are with their character and where they are in the story. The directors have to also keep track of where they're fitting into the overall arc of the season.
Sounds weird.
That's confusing.
You would think it would all just be always linear, right?
Well, when you have so many directors, they can all be filming at the same time. It's just the actors that are going from one set to the next set, and they're like, what am I doing here again?
Yeah, but I think a lot of people naturally have it in their head that when you film a movie, you film it,
literally?
Start to end.
But they don't.
But if you have a scene at the beginning of the movie that takes place as a scene at the end, and they're in the same location, why wouldn't you try to film both at the same time?
You film all of the locations here right now.
Yeah.
That probably does sound tricky for an actor and even a director. Because they're like, okay, we're shooting this part, this is where the characters are all at, this is what they know, this is their headspace. And then they walk 2 feet to the next scene, and they're like, what scene is this?
Yeah, what are we doing now?
Oh, so I just finished filming episode 7. Now I'm doing episode 2.
Yeah, where I don't even know this person yet who I was just in love with in the other one.
It sounds complicated.
It does. It does sound very complicated.
All right, now let's quickly move through new this week in Star Wars, etc. Wednesday for comics, we have Bounty Hunters 36, where apparently Crimson Dawn is now hunting Boba Fett, the bounty hunter.
Oh no, what will happen? Will they catch him?
We've got Darth Vader 36. Then we're getting Secret Invasion Episode 4, continuing the spyless spy thriller.
What crazy questions will we discuss this week in our review?
I don't even know.
Because we haven't really reviewed the episodes as much as we've discussed Skrull Anatomy.
Yeah.
And questions about it.
Thursday is going to be voice chat at 8 p.m. Central Time. Moving into Thursday or Friday, because I'm tired of just saying Thursday. We're going to be doing the prelude to the Ahsoka series, going over characters you may not be familiar with heading into the show. This week, we're finally getting to Ezra Bridger.
It's going to be a long one, isn't it? Ezra,
yeah,
the show kind of revolves around him, so...
Well, I saved some of the more important-ish, I guess I could say, characters. My assumptions of more important characters for last.
Like the Meiluran run. We'll get that in.
No.
No?
I'm not even talking... Why am I...
TIE Fighter with the Meiluran.
I'm not talking about anything that's not a huge development point in his life.
Well, it was huge. That TIE Fighter, they use it later. Sabine paints it. How could we not discuss
that? Because it's not important. Not in the way his character growth is important. He's not growing from that.
What if he ate the Meiluran and had a vitamins?
What if he didn't?
All right. We don't have to talk about the Meiluran.
I started out with Sabine because Sabine is like, hey, look, everybody. And that's how I wanted to kick the series off with somebody who's definitely going to be in the show. Now I'm getting into, we're running out of weeks here. So let's hit the bread and butter. Cool. We've got Ahsoka. We've got Thrawn, Ezra. I've got a couple other little tidbits going on in there. We'll see with the next trailer because I'm supposed to be coming out soon.
Sure.
We'll see if the next trailer will illuminate some additional characters that might need a little illumination, I guess. I'm going to use the word again, of their own.
Yeah, that is a lot of illumination.
And continuing on Friday, anyone who plays Flesh and Blood out there, it's the release of the 10th set, Dusk Till Dawn.
I don't think we've ever had a comment about somebody who plays it. It makes me a little sad.
It's okay.
Not even one.
Maybe people are curious, have looked into it now that we talk about it once in a blue moon.
Maybe they'll play if I send them cards to play and then they report back.
We'll make up your own cards.
Lots of cards.
I'm going to make a hero. Thor, King of Ramble.
Hey, I kind of like it.
I know you would. Wrap us up.
Oh, that's all we got for you this time. So now it's your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you think of any and all of today's news. And let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.